Good afternoon. Welcome to Reese's Attic. I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you coming in and doing this journey with me. I'm learning how to do cards. That's my goal, is to learn how to do handmade cards. And the two things that I am concentrating on that I've narrowed down for myself to do is the Copic markers, and also I'm trying to learn how to do some very rudimentary watercoloring. So that's what my journey is about, and it would please me to no end to have you follow along with me. Perhaps you're already learned in all these subjects, and maybe you can give me some pointers, or maybe you're starting off brand new yourself, and we could explore this together if you like. I'm still working on my Christmas cards, and this is a little bit of the finished product, what it's going to look like. The only different thing that I'm going to do is I am going to watercolor some blue around these areas, and so it doesn't look so stark, you know, the contrast between the white and the black. Today I'm working on coloring this this middle part. It's going to be, this will be the front, this will be the second panel, and that'll be the last panel. And what I'm doing on these panels right here is it's kind of difficult for me to do it. YG63. I need some more light on here. Okay, that looks a little bit. YG63. The things that I want to talk to you about as I'm doing this. YG63 is one of my new Copic markers. I got it this weekend. I went to the Hobby Lobby in Waycross, Georgia. We had went out of town for the holidays, and on the way back, I've gotten to the point where anytime we go near it, I'm like, you've got to either drop me off and come back later and get me, or we got to go together, my husband. And so we both stopped yesterday, and I have an app on my phone. I can't show you my app, but it's a Copic. It's just go and put in a search for Copic, and it is an extensive. It's a large app, and it helps you to track what colors you have. It helps you to track what you want, and it also has a place to put your. It doesn't matter which type of Copic you have. If you have the original, if you have the sketch, if you have the chow, it gives you that opportunity to track all of them. I don't know if it lets me track the spica, if I'm saying that word correctly. But it's a wonderful app. It can even, like if you take a picture of something, you can pinpoint an area, and it'll tell you which Copic markers you need to accomplish that picture. Now, I want to show you a little something that's kind of aggravated me. Normally, when you buy a new Copic and you color something, there are no marks. It might initially show stroke marks, but it blends so well Now, this one I'm having that problem with this, and this is a brand new one. So I don't know if I'm going to contact Copic, email them or something. But let's see. I've got to get my where is it? That's the warm gray. Here it is. Cool gray. So my new green Copic is YG63, and like I said, it seems to be a bit dry even though it's brand new. I also purchased another Copic, and this is R29 lipstick red. And I'm going to have to apologize because a lot of times I'll say that's R29 or that's YG63. And a lot of people, including myself, we make that mistake. Hold on. Excuse me. We make that mistake of calling it 26, 29, 33, whatever. But the Copic coloring system it's a 2.9, it's a 2.6. And though I could quote to you what it means, like saturation and all that, I don't really quite understand it yet. And I've watched videos. I even have a book that I bought to help me understand Copic. And so anyhow, that's been a problem with me. I will say, well, this is 31 or 23, and it's really not. It's 3.1 and 2.3. But as you see, I did all green, and then the distance I have put down a layer of, this is not Copic, this is Ice Gray 4 Pro Marker Winsor Newton. Then I go back and I'm going to lay down another layer of the green, so it kind of blends and darkens and gives you a shadow, even though it's not, like Copic likes for you to do three shades of the same color. But a lot of times it just don't happen. So I have found that if you use gray in the places where you want it to be shadowed or darker, it kind of takes the place of having so many of the Copic markers. Let's see, what else did I want to cover with you? Oh yeah, let me go ahead and show you that. I have a warm gray here, and what I've been doing with the warm gray, you see this little path right here. Now I take the warm gray and I go over the path, and when I go over the path, it kind of acts like a colorless blender in this situation, because this warm gray is several shades less saturated than the surrounding green. So what it does, it kind of acts like a colorless blender, and it pushes this green slightly out of the way and replaces it with a little bit of this warm gray. Now, let's see. Let's see if I can show you how it works, and you'll see that, like a colorless blender, it somewhat pushes the green out of the way. And to me, it gives the illusion of like almost a pathway. And One of the things that I wanted to also share with you about a colorless blender, whenever I make a mistake, okay, I'm going to deliberately make a mistake here. Okay, I'm going to color across that line right there. Whenever you make a mistake like that, this is what I have found helps me. You take your colorless blender and you push it as far away into the area where it came from. And then I take a paper towel and I smash it right over that area. And the reason why I've started doing that is because if I walk away and leave it with that wet blending fluid right there, the color from this side starts bleeding back into this big area that has the blending fluid with it. That just gets it corrects the mistake, gets the fluid out of the way, and that way it doesn't back up and come back down and create a bigger mess. Okay, so let me just go over that a little bit, just a little bit, because that is actually in the modeled area. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good that way. Now, I think that's all I wanted to cover with you today. I wanted to say that the Hobby Lobby in Waycross, Georgia, still continues to have quite a bit of clearance stuff. I did get one other thing. You know, I'm into art impressions right now because of the watercolor capability that they teach, particularly Bonnie Krebs. If you go on YouTube and just clear stamp art impressions, watercolor, her hundreds of videos will come up and you can learn so much from her. As you can see, $13.99 was the original. I paid $3.49. And sloths are kind of cute and funny. What was it? Petopia, the movie Petopia, kind of made sloths a little bit more popular right now. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you coming. If you see something you like, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing that. I would appreciate it. God bless you, and you have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.